Good day everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to create a classical themed railing in Autodesk Revit. So most times when we have our classical project, we'll start asking people whether they have a classical railing or a bent railing or whatever style of railing they want to use. But in today's video, I'm going to show you how to create your own custom railing to be able to create a classical themed railing in Autodesk Revit. Okay, before we move on, I want to just ask you for a favor. A lot of you just come to this channel and watch the videos and learn what you want to learn without subscribing. So please, I want to remind you to subscribe to this channel. We release content like this on a weekly basis. Hit the notification bell to get notified once we release new videos, and you could also share our videos with your friends that needs this kind of content. So without any further ado, let's jump right into the main content of this video. Alright, for this project, I'm going to be creating a new project in Autodesk Revit without any additional template, just the default template. So I'm just going to be using the metric multidisciplinary and I'm going to be creating a new project. Alright, so now we're done with that. We're going to start creating the mini families pertaining to the railing. So what do I mean? I'm going to start modeling the balusters and the railing handrails. So we'll create all those families, then we'll now fuse them together to form our railing. So to start, we are going to go to File. Under File, we are going to click on New. Under New, we are going to click on Family. So under this family, instead of English Imperial, we are just going to be going to the normal English where our metric templates are. Then we are going to be looking for metric generic face-based model. So metric generic model face-based, we are going to click on this and we are going to click OK. So now we want to create our baluster. Like we want to create the first stage of our baluster rather. So what we are going to do is we are going to be using Revolve. So to click on this Revolve tool, we're just going to click on Revolve. Then we are going to draw the axis line. Before we draw the axis line, we are going to set a plane and we're going to pick a work plane. So under this work plane, I'm going to pick this reference plane over here and I'm going to click on 3D to view, open view in 3D. Okay, so I'm also going to click on show work plane so I'll be able to see the work plane, and I'm going to rotate this 3D toggle to get a better perspective. So now I'm just going to click on axis line and I'm just going to draw an axis at the center and I'm going to draw it up to 1 meter. So I'm just going to impute the value 1 meter. Okay, now that is done, I'm going to click on boundary line and I'm going to start drawing the way I want my baluster to be. So I'm going to be making it, let's say 100 millimeter from here. Then I'm just going to be drawing this at 50, just drawing the profile of the baluster basically. So let's just do something like this, and let me just arc here to this point, and let me just bend here, use this tool to bend this place. Alright, so now this is done. We're just going to impute the value of this cover, let's say 45. Okay, so now we have done this, we're just going to select these lines here at this bottom side. Just to make things faster, we're going to use this mirror tool and we're going to draw our mirror axis in the middle of this line. Then we're simply going to use this start end arc to just create an arc from this point to this point to just give it that nice classical sweep. So now we're going to assign a material. Let's just look for a white material and assign. I'm just going to duplicate material and I'm just going to name this as white baluster. And now I'm just going to assign a material to it. I'm going to go under appearance, I'm going to go under wall paint, and I'm just going to look for a nice white material just to give it a nice touch. Let me just use this ivory gloss. So I'm just going to apply it and I'm going to click OK. Okay, so now before clicking finish, I'm going to click on boundary line and I'm still going to use the boundary line to close this loop for the revolve to form properly. So I'm going to click on finish. So now I've done this, I'm now going to save this family and I'm going to save it where I want to save it. I'm going to create a new folder where I'm going to be dropping all the mini families. Let me just call family, create the folder and name it family. Then I'm going to name this one and I'm just going to click save. So now we are done with this. We are going to click on file again. We are going to click on new and we are going to click on family. So now under this family, we are going to go back to English metric. Then we are just going to be click on metric baluster. Then I'm going to be clicking OK. Okay, so now I'm going to go to create. I'm going to go to set work plane and I'm going to go to pick work plane. then I'm just going to pick this work plane here. Then they are going to ask me where I want to view it from, so I'm just going to click on floor plan reference level. So I'm just going to click OK. So now I'm going to go to components. Currently we don't have any loaded component into this project, so they'll ask me whether I want to load in a new one. I'm going to click yes. Then I'm going to select that family I just created, that face bait family I created. I'm just going to click on it and I'm going to click open, and it's going to be placed. So I'm just going to place it now, and I'm going to go back to left view. So under this left view, the thing is currently not properly placed, so I'm just going to click on it, and I'm going to click on this icon here to mirror it and place it properly. So now I want to align this in the middle and lock it very well, so it will be set very well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to create, I'm going to go to reference line, then I'm just going to pick a plane. I'm just going to set the plane at if now currently I'm at left elevation, so I'm going to pick reference plane center left right. Then I'm going to click OK. So now I'm just going to draw a line perpendicular to this particular line over here. So I'm just going to get that 90 degrees and get it here. So now I'm going to go to annotate, I'm going to go to dimension, I'm going to go to angular, and I'm going to measure 90 degrees from here to here, and I'm just going to place it. Then once I measure the 90 degrees, I've annotated the 90 degrees, I'm going to click on it, and I'm just going to click on lock. So now I've locked this. You see, if I go under this tab here, if I change it to, let's say, 15 degrees, you see that it will automatically adjust. So now I want to centralize this baluster. I'm going to click align AL. I'm just going to select this reference line, and I'm going to select the middle of this. Then I'm going to lock it. So now I think we have everything set in place. Our baluster is set and good to go. So I'm going to click on Ctrl S, and I'm going to save this, and I'm going to name this as baluster. Okay, then I'm going to click save. Okay, so now the next stage is we are going to create our railing head. So I'm just going to click on file, I'm going to click on new again, then I'm going to click on family. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look for metric railing. Remember, I'm using metric, so I'm going to look for railing. So this is what we're going to use. We're going to be using metric profile rail, and we're going to click on it, and we're going to click OK. Okay, so under this metric profile rail, we're just going to use the lines, and we're going to be drawing our, let's start from our bottom railing. So I'm just going to draw it at 100mm offset from here. I'm going to draw 50mm here, 50mm here, and 100 just to draw a profile. I could extend this profile and make it, let's say, 225. That is 125 from this point and 125 from this other point, making it a sum total of 250. Then I'm going to click on save, Ctrl S, and I'm going to save this as bottom railing. Okay, then I'm going to click save. So now I'm just going to click on create. I'm going to click on line again, and I'm just going to use a circle to create, let's say, a 75mm circle here. Then I'm just going to click on this split element to modify these profiles and just trim it to form a single unit. So now I'm just going to click on file, I'm going to click on save as, and I'm just going to save as family, and I'm now going to name this the top railing. Okay, good. So we're going to click on save. So now we have done all this, we're just going to go back to the project we created, the new project. So we're just going to click on architecture, we're going to click on railing, and under this railing we're just going to draw our profile. Let's just draw a box railing. Alright, so now we are just going to click on edit type, we're going to click on duplicate, and we're going to name this classical railing. So we're just going to click OK. But before we work on anything, you remember all the families we created, we have not imported them to this project. So we're just going to click on finish first. As you can see, this is still the regular railing. We're now going to click on insert, go to this insert tab, click on load family. Then we're going to load in all this family we just created, and I'm just going to select all of them and click on open. Okay, now they are all loaded in. Let's just go to the 3D to get a better view of this railing. So we're going to start editing this duplicated railing we created. So I'm going to click on this, I'm going to click on edit type. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change this top railing. So I'm going to increase the, okay, let's change it first. I'm just going to click on this icon here to access it. Then I'm going to click on this profile to change the profile. So under this profile, you can see that the profile we created for the top railing is out here. Then I can still assign a material, let's say white baluster, and I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to just click OK, and I'm going to click OK. Okay, so now that is done, you can see that the change has applied to the railing. So we're going to click on this railing structure and we're going to click on edit. We're now going to click insert. Under this new rail, we are going to just bring in a profile. We're going to change this profile to bottom railing. Then we're just going to assign a material to it as well, white baluster. Then I'm going to click OK. So now we are going to work on the baluster placement. So to do that, under this baluster placement over here, we're going to click on edit. So now what we are simply going to do is we're going to be going under this baluster family and we're going to be changing it to this baluster family we created. We're just going to be selecting all of them, changing it to this baluster family we created. Okay, so now we are going to edit the spacing we want to be between each baluster. So I'm going to make it, let's use 450 millimeters, and I'm going to click apply and I'm going to click OK. So now one more thing to edit. Remember that we made the height of our balusters 1 meter, so it's important to make that height reflect in this height here. So I'm going to change this to 1025 and I'm just going to click apply and I'm going to click OK. So as you can see, look at how good the railing is. It's looking so refined. If we just change the graphics, if we change the visibility display to, let's say, realistic, let's change it to fine. So as you can see, look at how seamless the railing created. Very good for your classical design project. So as far as you know all these basics, you could use it from there and go further and create more complex type of railings and different type of railings. So if this video was helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. Don't just come and watch this video and just leave without subscribing. It's important, it helps us. So make sure you subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell to get notified once we release new videos like this, because we'll be releasing it on a weekly basis. And with that said and done, I'm going to tell you a temporarily goodbye because I know you'll be coming back to the channel. Until the next video, thank you very much.